Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? I just needed a vent. Feel me? At the same time, I let some shit get to me. And knowing me, or what I be trying to tell y'all, we gotta be at peace while these EMEs coming. We don't need to be stuck in no foo energy that's just bothering us at the time. Shit, most of the shit we already knew was gonna happen. Okay? It's, I'm sorry to say it like that, but like, niggas gotta come at peace to this shit. Cause like, all that fear mongering shit, it's not cool. But at the same time, it's giving you a chance to evaluate shit. And that's what I'm doing right now. Wondering why the fuck is it cold in a subtropic zone knowing the UV is at a higher rate. But you already know they've been plotting with these with the weather and shit. So since my car got taken, feel me? First I got pulled over and then my little book, my awakened book, I was just writing shit in that tied to everything. But I done read it so much trying to make videos, even videos that don't even get posted. Or even the shit that I did post it. Most of the time, if I post a long ass video, it's because, and it was shitty, I made a great video before and I'm outside shivering right now, bro. Because I'm drawing in a lot of energy and it's causing the mist to start. But that's because all the clouds moving out the way. You feel me? I want to see my son. I want to feel my son. And it knows that. So the rain's coming. But I realized certain things. Like, say, Jesus or whatever in the Bible was grounded. He was in the desert, whatever, 40 days, 40 nights. He was grounded. Boom. Fasting. Boom. But what does fasting do to your body when you're dealing with this cycle? When your cells are able to take this UV and reproduce the cell at a positive variant, when you're able to do that, you're able to transmute the energy from the sun. Okay? You're able to transmute it. And when you're able to transmute, you feel me? This shit, like, I'm really just trying, I wasn't trying to show that, but it pulls the energy to you and to your surrounding. But when you're grounded, you really need to think bigger. And as I'm saying this, think bigger than the land that you see, because you're already moving uh, like a blind man with wisdom. Because it's something you don't see, like Rod Hayes said, like a blind man. Something you don't see. He said something like that. See, but it's a knowing, something, something like that. You feel me? And that knowing, you're going to see. You're just seeing it ahead of time. But the knowing also ties to the intuition of knowing what to do next. And the lines is fucking going up. Feel me? Rise this bitch up. Heat it up. Cause the clouds is going to feel it. But we control the cycle. That's what the 33 is about. You feel me? My theory, the 3693 is the timeline, but the the, the three at the beginning and the three at the end, because the three at the end is supposed to be a 12, dealing with the clock and the compass. The compass wise is a 360, but then you have the clock is 36912, but the 12 is a 3. So 3693 is the timeline dealing with the loop. So what we're being presented to in reality is how we're in a loop. So, but the timeline goes dealing with 3, 6, 9, 12. So it's a year to go up a dimension. Okay. So say how 4D denoted the energy, because it was uh we were being felt. I mean, we were feeling 3D most of the time, just because of magnetics. Like, bruh, I'm grounding out here really to get these clouds moved out, and it's fucking moving out. But anyways, that's why I say be the signal, because it picks up off your consciousness. But don't be fucking around if you got some shit still tied to your soul, because that's what it's picking up off of. Feel me? Your subconscious. That's That's really how a lot of manifestations go your way, and then it ends up being the same shit. Loops. Subconscious. It's uh, more of a mental attachment than a physical. Consciously is more of a physical attachment in my eyes. But anyways, back to this shit. So, alright, so say it denoted, alright, so 4D, since the ozone layer start depleting, 4D start being denoted more. So as the Kundalini rises throughout the year, it does this certain type of cycle. It's a 369 cycle. I'm saying 369, just think of the wheels, or like, it's this movie called, I think, Mockingbird, and they were stuck in a maze or some shit, or whatever that movie with the mazes and shit. It was a water one, and it had a wheel in it. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, a wheel. But it's one is going one way, then it's going the other way. Then it's going one way, then it's going the other way. Then it's going one way, it's going another way. It's like a swirl. Kind of like your sacral chakra. That's a swirl. That's sacred energy. Your energy, sacred energy, is being manipulated from the DEA device that manipulates the ground. Because what does the moon does? It fucks with the ground and the waters, right? And the sun deals with the fire and the air. But at the end of the day, all the elements deal with each other. So when it comes back to that, that's what it is, that shit. So where we at? It's 2020. All this shit started like 3 years ago, right? So if you tired of hurts, to this 360 science I be talking about, right? Or a time traveler, you have to put yourself in that frequency, okay? This is why a lot of you seeing futuristic shit, because you're upping your frequency physically on a physical state. But the vortexes spark the opening, just like the alignments in the sky. It makes these vortexes open in your body. It's literally a reflection of you, how energy works. That's why it's imperative to get your alignments back in your body. You feel me? It's very imperative because it's going to help you, especially if you're trying to get to a certain state. It's definitely going to help you. It's cloudy and I'm still glowing. That's how you know the magnetism is coming. It's just going to get a little mist first because it's layers in the clouds. It's layers. It's like boom, boom, boom. Okay? If you had a little magic wand, you'd be like, get the kiss to your heart. And God, feel me? To let you know you appreciate. So, the thing is, when you manipulate the ground, you can manipulate the air. Because what do? They work together. It's a trinity. Sun, Kai, Kundalini. It's that 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 Kundalini. I know the 12 is really a 3. The 12 is a rebirth. The 3 is a rebirth. So, like, say it's the 9th month, right? Dealing with the Gregorian calendar. And my eyes, it's the 6th month. Going into the 7th month. But that's still a 9. That's a 6. And what is Virgo? Virgo, Virgin, rebirth, right? It's a rebirth of the 9. Really the rebirth of 6, because it's really the 6 in reality. But it's telling you we're at the ninth part of the cycle. Because when the 6 is being denoted, say 5D is on a planet, and then the next cycle that goes on is 6, right? That's what I mean by 6D. Because 6D actually, the D in Greek, or the alpha beta system, since we're going to the alpha beta system in English, the D stands for delta. Delta stands for denoting new energy. That's why they use the delta variants. Because it's going to be different variants going on dealing with different cellular structures of the body. That ass. So when there's different variants, it's because of the denoting energy. And the delta, actually, the symbol for the delta is the pyramid. That's why on my symbols I have a pyramid down. That's the sun. That's Egyptian shit that represents the sun. Then they got the X. Then I got the pyramid up that represents the ground. And you're the X. Right? You're the one that's in the middle of it. And it's tied to your nervous system. At the end of the day, it's tied to your manifestations. So that means it's tied to your nervous system because it's cells. There's cells in you and outside of you, or you call atoms. Same shit. Got different types. I mean, different types of cells, but at the end of the day, atoms. Them atoms hold a charge. They need a charge, and when your state of matter is trying to change, those cells and atoms are trying to move around in your body. But if they're clogged up and they can't, that makes muscle contractions and shit like that. So when it comes to something that seems so enjoyable, it's not so enjoyable for your soul and your body and your spirit. Feel me? Because it's trying to bring you to a natural state even while unnatural things is going on. You feel me? Like, people are destroying trees for a paycheck. At least grow some more. Like, grow some trees. Feel me? Get a paycheck off that. Feel me? You gotta keep seeding shit. Like, we literally give trees life off of our air. And they give us life back. Like, it's a beautiful thing. That's doing more than you do for anybody else. Like, that's why I'm sitting with some trees right now in a fucking apartment complex. And niggas be looking at me goofy, but people be realizing. Feel me? I be seeing. You see when that sky open up and the sun shining on a nigga. Yeah, man. I just got mad, bro. Like, my hand look fucked up, but I just don't be feeling that shit. Yeah, though. Shit get crazy. There's too much energy going on to give yourself to the enemy. There's too much energy going on. Like, I be in a whole nother state when I wake the fuck up. You feel me? Like, I be in different realms and shit. You feel me? So like, I come back, nigga, I can't be waking up to no bullshit. You know? They're gonna turn a whole another side to me. Feel me? Like, niggas took my car and shit, and I know they fucked up my pipes. I just know they did. I didn't have to see them. None of that shit. I know they fucked up my pipes, but it's cool. You know. That's why I said, still gotta continue. There's some real shit going on. That's what I was saying with this psycho shit. It's so accurate. And I'm gonna try to say it again. Just for example. I'm trying to say it clear so you can get it. Okay? Because you have to think Marty McFly. Feel me? You have to think back in the future. And then think about it when you say back in the future, bro. Back in the future? Aren't you supposed to go forward to the future? But they went back to the future. They went back. They went back in time and then they went back to the future. But my eyes that if it was like a higher state of me looking back on itself, I don't know, this shit, cause when you have memories and start seeing people that you know you probably ain't chill with, chicks get weird, you know? It's like you been here before or some type of shit. So it's like that Trinity. It's like Neo in the Matrix type shit. And he started getting flashbacks and shit. Or like Born Identity, nigga. Born Identity, start getting flashbacks. Like some type of amnesia. Once he started seeing and actually trying to see what the fuck happened, he started seeing what the fuck was going on. And that's what's going on. Because where is all that shit at in your DNA code? It's all in the DNA code. And the DNA code is the 369 code. And what is the 369 code? Universal code. But the 369 actually the reflux, how it makes the triangles and all that shit, that's your DNA you put at a tilt. How they, or like the diamonds and shit, you put it at a tilt, that's how your DNA structure works. Or how the Kundalini. The snake is just because of the pit organ and the snake. It represents how they turn. That's how they see. That's how I know they can see. They just see in X-ray vision. I thought snakes was blind growing up, but no. They transmute uh, infrared light through their pineal. Oh shit! Oh hell! Fuck type of shit was that? I don't like shit crawling on me, son. I ain't mean. I ain't. There was a white bug on me, bro. And I got blood all on me and shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that sound like a weird ass, fake ass bird. Y'all hear that? It sound like it got another frequency behind it type shit. I was just about to say when the birds start chirping, that's when it's definitely clearing. But nah, though. I'm gonna say this again. Alright, so boom. 6D. Alright, so 6D has a timeline to it, right? I mean, it has a Hertz scale to it. Say like that. 6D has a Hertz scale. The Hertz is coming off the sun and the ground, right? Dealing with these CMEs and these alignments because these alignments create higher CMEs, okay? Especially when Orion's belt actually creates CMEs. You feel me? Because it's going to be connected to the sun. So, this is the thing. It's on the rise. Why is it on the rise? Because the ozone layer is opening up. Okay? So, it's pretty much a measurement to see where we at and shit. Okay? So, to see where we at and shit, you have to go into the history. or his story, right? And peep game to the time dates. Because on a loop scale, a 1 through 12 pretty much. It's really 1 through 9, but it's a rebirth of the 9. Okay? The 1, 2, 3. It's a rebirth of the 9. So, say the years is a 1 through 9. Okay? Every 10 years. It's really every 9 years. Just goes on to the next. It counts up like that. So, say the 6 is tying down to 1890 hertz. Okay? 1890 hertz. Okay? From there, say that's the say that's the 3. Okay, so that's pretty much the east of the map. Okay? Then you get to 1980 hertz. You say that's south. Okay? Then you get to 2070 hertz. That's when you're at the 9. Okay? Okay? I'm going to stop right there though. Because my theory is the hertz matches the timeline on the years. So if you wanted to time travel in a little time machine, you have to set yourself to that frequency. So while people are upping their frequency, you're setting yourself to a higher frequency. So you're like futuristic time, you feel me? It's going past 2023 hertz. 2023. The year 2023 ties to that hertz from the sun. I'm talking about the energy. Feel me? Like natural energy. Feel me? So say we're at the 9 on a Gregorian calendar. Okay, that's where it gets tricky and it throws off people's time. Because they're going off of universal time. But they gave us different calendars to go off. So it throws man off. Feel me? But this is God shit. So like it's universal shit. Feel me? So like this is the thing. We're in 2023. People's been upping their frequency past that. Okay? Because when you get to the 9, the 90, that's pretty much you're dealing with 3,696 hertz. Okay? The 4D was 1,440 hertz. And that's where you got your 144 dealing with your brain. Because dealing when you got right there, it was it's dealing with your chakras because it's higher chakras too. So that sparked it. Now we're dealing with goddamn 1890 hertz, 1980 hertz, 2000 is about to start being 2000 hertz. Okay? That's where you get the V2 charge dealing with the 6th cycle because it's a G for a sun. We're just getting halfway done to this shit, bro. You feel me? We done seen how the game's about to operate because consciously we went into the past. Okay? Our conscious is about to shift to the future, though. This is what all this meditating, all this figuring out who yourself was, to get you mentally ready for it, okay? Because this shit's gonna fucking happen, bro. I'm just giving it to you on some scientific, universal shit. Feel me? Because I ain't heard nobody else say it. I'm I'm not trying to be cocky or none. I mean, really, bro, I don't even like attention like that, bro. I be trying to be low key, bro. You feel me? I'm really the late. I'm the chillest person you probably be around, but I still don't play with that bullshit. Feel me? Like, I'm a Gemini with a Cancer moon. Feel me? Like, I ain't, well, bro. Anyways, the thing is, alright, so if the 1890s tied to the East, the 1980s tied to the South, which still ties kind of to North America, because it's going to be South America, South Atlantic, how they have it, South Africa, the Indian Sea, even though it don't go like that. It goes around different sunspots and pretty much makes the 5-point star around the circle. Triangle down, triangle up, around the circle. How the sunspots move hitting the water. So as it's hitting these sunspots, a lot of them in the water because the lands is trying to rise because there's different points all around the lands and shit. You feel me? Even if they're underwater, they're hitting those points. Okay? It's, when I say sunspots, think energy towers. Okay? They're there. And they can't stop that shit at all. So boom. These energy spots is tied up because it's still tied to the DEA device. But they fucked around and try to fuck with it, but it's going to destroy them. The whole point of making it was knowing they were gonna fuck with it. Yeah. Like, say a nigga be like, alright, I already know this nigga gonna fuck with it, so I'm about to just make this shit for my people so they can know who the fuck they is while they going through this shit. But at the same time, this shit already happened. For real though. This shit already happened. It's just we about to see it repeat again. Why? Because we ain't do what we was supposed to do the first time. Feel me? Now we here again. You feel me? We here again. We wasn't moving like the fuck we was supposed to. And look at us now. Talking about this shit now. While this shit about to go down. And ain't nobody really even do this shit. But get up, go the fuck to work. Hop on YouTube. I mean, I could do shit by myself. But knowing me, I need my people. I don't even want to be in that attitude. Do this shit by myself. I mean, low key on reflection shit, it is. You, me, I'm you. But that's not what I was saying when I said that. It's just like me grounded. I needed the ground, the nature. So my intent would be done. I ain't couldn't do it by myself. You know, there's plasma coming off trees too. Just like how your hands, it's like suns. And you can direct it. Just like how you play with your chi at a small state. Feel me? That's a big thing, yo. People moving shit. That's a big thing. Travel the sky though. We gotta get out of tent to get this shit away. It's destroying shit, bro. It's destroying the air too. It should not feel cold. It should not be shivering. Just because they say it's September. And then the Midwest is just straight heat. And then it's gonna fuck around and get cold again. The niggas gonna be like, oh, see, man, fuck out of here, bro. Get this shit out of my air. It was forbidden to be in the Americas. Really on the realm of Atlantis, period. The fuck out my air. Fucking my shit up. Fuck. Like, they got this bitch clouded the fuck up, yo. That's how you know they hiding some shit. It's always around the 22nd, 23rd. It be cloudy as fuck. I don't know why I be saying it's gonna be a red moon. I don't even know if it's supposed to be a red moon. But I remember I saw one, they said that nobody would see. And everybody was waiting for it when the Pope was doing some shit with the churches and the money and shit. Everybody was waiting to see that bitch. Then they showed some fake ass shit. I saw those black ass clouds that supposedly drop black rain, because those not normal black clouds. And it started covering up a red, literally red. Not no, oh, it looks a strawberry moon type shit. I'm talking about blood red, nigga. Not no strawberry shit. I don't know, bro. It's just, I had a weird theory that the emergency security people is gonna start moving in. They already talking about CIA have to report some documents or some shit like that, and then most likely by that time it's gonna be released by October. Some shit going on in October. I feel like emergency evacuation is going to be issued. These fuck niggas just took my car. Right. It was cool though. Who care? I do care. That's my baby. I'm gonna get that jump back. I just hope y'all get, if energy wise was tied to your DNA on a Hertz scale, and your DNA was matching records from your ancestors to go all the way back, the Hertz will actually hit the DNA and start to activate memory. Okay? So if that memory comes back to a futuristic point, that means that we were already here before and we're in a loop. Or just in 2023, or stuck in that right now, I guess. We're not stuck in it, but we at 2023. So that shit is gonna skip 2023, and we're gonna be in that bitch. Okay? It's like a Mandela effect. It's just gonna skip, and depending on what shit mixed with, ain't no telling. Because it ties down to 6 period of time. 6 AD, all that shit. 600, whatever. 7, 5. For real.